This ugly girl suddenly found out. She looked exactly like the rich woman who disappeared. At first she thought she was hallucinating, until she showed the photo to her older brother. They instantly came up with a bold idea. If the ugly girl could pretend to be the rich woman and return to her husband, they'd have all the riches they could wish for. So her brother immediately bought her a pair of brown contacts to cover up her blue eyes, so that she would look like the rich woman. That night Anna came to the police station. She cried that she was the rich woman who had been trafficked for 5 years. When her husband saw her, he was so excited he couldn't speak. He took her home immediately. He served her like a slave every day. Anna thought she was acting very well, but the next day, the rich man's sister, Jenny, noticed something strange about her. She never took sugar in her tea, but Anna insisted on giving her sugar. And more importantly, the rich woman who was always afraid of piercings, now has a hole in her nose. Facing the question, Anna hastened to explain. She was trafficked and imprisoned for many years, and her memory was impaired by the pain. As for the piercing, she did it the day before she disappeared. She had wanted to surprise her. Jenny thought she was being paranoid, but the next day she was surprised to find she was always left-handed, but now she signed with her right hand. She had to suspect that her sister-in-law was a fake. She immediately told her older brother, but the brother said she must have been mistaken. That's ridiculous. The sister even got the sheriff to talk to him. The sheriff said that every time Anna described the trafficker's face, she always painted him as a movie villain. She seems to be hiding something, but the rich man still says he trusts his wife. They've been in bed together for 5 years. He couldn't be mistaken. Soon after, he wrote down his sister's suspicions in a note and snuck it to his wife. Anna was horrified. She immediately met her brother and questioned him. Why didn't you tell me the rich woman was left-handed? She almost gave herself away. He explained that he hadn't noticed. And after that, to be on the safe side, he applied for the rich man's chauffeur job. He also entered the rich man's house. That day, Anna finally stole some confidential documents. But when she looked at them, they weren't checks at all. They can't be exchanged for money. The brother told him to go back and look for more. At that moment, Jenny suddenly came looking for her. They hurriedly hid in a corner, but Jenny was already in front of them. Just as she was about to turn around, the rich man suddenly took her away, so they were not discovered. They thought the crisis was over, but Jenny didn't let her suspicions go. She went to the sheriff every night to talk about how to prove her sister-in-law was a fake, until the night the rich man went out. She called out of the blue and said she had an idea. Her sister-in-law has a birthmark on her back. One look and you'll know if she's real or not. Anna's brother was horrified. He immediately got out of the car to use the restroom. He called Anna to remind her, but Anna was asleep. She didn't answer the phone. When Anna woke up, she saw Jenny and a bunch of cops. They quickly held her down and stripped her, but Jenny was surprised to find Anna had a birthmark on her back. She couldn't believe her eyes. When the rich man came home, Anna immediately cowered in his arms. Jenny realized she was wrong. She invited her to dinner at the hotel and apologized, and asked the sheriff to close the case immediately. In the face of Jenny's apology, Anna immediately chose to forgive. The rich man stroked her head lovingly. Now Anna finally won their trust. Soon she would have a fortune in her pocket. Unbeknownst to her, the rich man had been aware of her scheme for a long time, and when he first saw Anna, he knew she was a fake, because his real wife had been killed by him 5 years earlier, and next he's going to get his revenge on Anna.